The best way to grow your Spotify streams for free, hands down, is to get your music onto more Spotify playlists. And in this video, not only will I show you a simple tool that you can use to find thousands upon thousands of Spotify playlists that you can submit your music to, but I'll also show you how you can find the contact information for many of these playlists. The net result of this is you'll be able to get your music onto more Spotify playlists much more easily. Now, there are three kinds of Spotify playlists. There are the massive editorial playlists, which are created by Spotify themselves. These are kind of the holy grail of playlists. If you can get on these, you can massively explode your streams overnight. And I have a whole guide in the description below on how to get on these playlists. But long story short, these you cannot directly control whether or not you get on these playlists. You kind of have to build up a lot of your streams first before you'll actually be considered for one of these playlists. So if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of streams, that's kind of a no-go. Then you have the algorithmic playlists, which these are created by the Spotify algorithm. You also can't really control whether or not you get on these playlists either. It really depends on, again, what results you're getting on the platform. You kind of have this pyramid of playlists, and at the bottom, the playlists that you can really, the only playlists you can actually directly control getting on are the user controlled playlists, or the user created playlists. These are the only playlists that you can really contact, that you can reach out to and actually ask if they will add your music. And so this is really how you can trigger the Spotify algorithm. If you get on enough of these user created playlists, you start getting all those positive indicators, then you can get your music added to algorithmic playlists, and then finally the editorial playlist. So this is kind of the chain reaction that you can create by getting your music on more playlists. Now, I actually have a free guide that you can download in the description below that walks you through step-by-step how to implement this strategy, how to find the right playlists, how to reach out to the owners, and how to actually land placements on user-created playlists. And so that's great. This is an awesome strategy, but there's been kind of one flaw or one challenge to this strategy, and that is it can be hard to find playlists. It can take a lot of time searching through Spotify to find the right playlists that are good for you and your music. But I just recently discovered this really awesome tool that can dramatically speed up the time it takes for you to find the right playlists. Not only that, you can quickly find the actual contact information of the owners of these playlists, so you can make your outreach a much faster process and in the end get more Spotify playlist placements. So this tool that I'm talking about is called Playlist Supply. Here I am inside of Playlist Supply, this amazing tool that's going to help you find a lot of great playlists very quickly and also provide you the contact information for these playlists. So you start off by just typing in the keyword. It could be a genre or a mood or just anything that would a Spotify playlist would have. And then you can have certain criteria here that it will sort by. For example, it can sort by email. So it'll show all the playlists that have an email address listed. Therefore, you can quickly just send an email to the owners of these playlists and get your music added. Also Instagram, or if they have a similar artist or an artist similar, and an email. So I'm going to start with email here, and I'm going to type in synthwave and then click search. And so now what Playlist Supply is doing is it is going to Spotify and it is now searching. So it's important to note this is not actually a database, which is great, because if it was a database, it would just have a bunch of information inside of this program, but rather it is actually a search tool. So it goes and it searches Spotify, therefore it always has the most latest and up-to-date information. So we can see now it's searching. So it might take you a little while for it to search because it is actively searching. And then we will see that it will start to display playlists that have email addresses. So you can see over here on the right hand column, you can see all the different email addresses here that are available for all these different playlists. So that is really awesome. And then you can see the other information here. For example, a number of followers that each playlist has, the number of tracks, its popularity, or rather the popularity of the artists on that playlist. And so it goes from 0 to 100, I believe. And the higher the number, the more popular the artists are on that playlist. So if you're a small artist, maybe you might have more success trying to get onto a playlist that has less popular artists on it. And you can also see when it was last modified, so you can kind of get an idea of how active these playlists are and if they're regularly being used and updated. And now there's a secondary search box over here that you can use to further narrow down your results. So maybe I want to just chill synthwave, so I could type in chill, and that will further sort my results. Now for synthwave here, there's not a ton of that. So maybe instead of synthwave, we open up our hip hop hearts and we search on hip hop.
Open your hip hop heart.
Hip hop, email, and search. All right, so we can see it now populating with hip hop playlists. And not only that, but hip hop playlists that actually have the email addresses of the owners attached to it. So you can see already you're getting hundreds and hundreds of playlists that you can easily contact just by sending an email. So if I wanted to narrow this down, say you have a chill hip hop song, we can type in the search box here, chill, and now it will sort these results by all the playlists that have chill in the name. So you can get very specific here, so you increase your odds of actually getting a placement. Or if maybe you say you have a more jazzy hip hop song, you can type in jazz, boom, it sorts it by that term. So whatever you want to do, right, whatever keywords fit with your music, you can type that into the search box and it will further narrow down your results. So you can get very specific and increase your odds of actually landing playlist placements. Now, I am a synthwave artist, so I just went back to synthwave here, and I'm doing that to answer a question that I frequently get, which is, how do you know if a playlist is actually active? How do you know if it has like real followers and is a legit playlist to reach out to? Well, this tool actually can help you with that as well. So one thing you can do is you can look at these playlists. Let me just sort here by followers so I can see some of the largest ones here. I can actually click this little plus button here to add these playlists to my database. So let me just add these for now, and then I'll click Save Playlist to Database. So boom, successfully added to your cloud database. So click OK. And now what I can do is I can go up to my playlist database up here in the top right, and it will show these songs, or show these playlists here that I have previously saved. And so you can see the information here, when it was last modified, tracks, followers, popularity, and so on. And so one thing we can do is we can click Update My Playlists. And of course, you're not going to see anything now because I just searched on these. But this will allow you to kind of monitor these playlists over time and see, right, how are they doing? How often are they being updated? How many tracks do they have? How many followers do they have? So you can kind of keep an eye on these playlists and see which ones tend to be legit and which ones not. If some playlist suddenly gets a big, huge spike, maybe it was because of bots, maybe not, right? But at least you have the information. You can keep an eye on it, and you can see if playlists are being updated regularly. They're probably a healthy, legit playlist that you want to reach out to. Now you might be thinking, wow, this is a really awesome tool. How much is this going to cost? Well, it's actually only $19.99 or about $20 a month, which is incredibly affordable for the results that you can get. So I highly recommend this tool. It's definitely going to speed up your results and help you trigger that Spotify algorithm so you can explode your Spotify streams. So if you want to grab this tool for yourself, try it out and see if it works for you, then just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/PS. And I'll also have a link to it in the description below. Of course, getting your music on Spotify playlists is just one way to grow your Spotify streams, albeit one of the best ways. But if you want even more tips and strategies on how to grow your Spotify streams, then just check out my video playing on the screen right now, which will share with you 22 different tips for growing your Spotify streams for free. And if you found this video helpful, feel free to drop a like and be sure to keep creating.